Hi everyone, this is Lucy from Sweet Poppy Stencils. I thought I would show you a little make that I did recently on the Craft Store TV channel. It's using one of the new, we call this the palm leaves backplate. Its part code is SP6133. I absolutely love this. It's 14.5 by 19.5, so it's one of our big stencils, and as you can see these are made in a stainless steel mix. So for this I'm going to be using a Gelli Plate background, and we're going to be using our glossy white stencil medium. You're going to need your spreaders and your stencil tape, so your tools. You're going to need your magnetic sheet as well, and I'm going to attempt to Gelli Plate a background. So what I've got is 16.5 by 16.5 centimeters, and all I've done is I've gone around the outside with our stencil tape. Okay, so pop that to one side. Wait for him. So Gelli Plate in the background. Now I am not an expert by far with the Gelli Plate. I'm a baby, beginner. So please, if I do it wrong, apologise. Seems to work for me, so I'll go with it. If I get the background that I'm after, then I am quite happy with that. So these are matte chalk paints, these are cosmic shimmers. So all I'm doing is with my brayer just getting some on. Let me just get my again, I've got a bit of spare there. Good shake. Let's try a little bit of this. We will see. It's a bit of card at the end of the day. No stress. There's supposed to be no stress involved. I do like this green. It's one of my favourite colours. Bit more pink. We just want a hint of the pink, that's all. I need to practice more, I think, with Gelli Plates. Be a bit more bolder with my I'm going in with white, and let's see what we can get. People will be freaking out the amount of white that I put down there, but as I said, I am new, so you'll have to bear with me. If it works, then I can guarantee I'll post the video. If it doesn't, I won't be posting the video. So I'm sure you would use that up. So let me just dry my hands. So as I said, I've got my tape all the way around. I'll just make sure it's stuck down. And we are going in. Like that, I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to take up the excess. Why waste? Lovely. Because don't forget, the stencil is going to be the bit that's going to be talking to you. So I like that. I'm happy it worked for me, what I want, or fingers crossed. So let's give it a quick blast. And then we're going to knock it back a little bit. So, white paint, which I could have kept, but I didn't. But hey ho, it's a smidge of paint and I've got loads. So, I don't want my tape to come off just yet, and you'll see why. So you could stamp now, you could put stencil over, and you know, there's so much that you can do. So we want, where are they? There they are. So you've got a Posca pen, acrylic pens, whatever you've got. What I don't want is, I don't want to cover my computer. Hence I've put a towel down with my stencil out. Get it going. So these are Graph Masters. These are what I use, so quite like them. So this is why I left the tape on. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. Lovely. So I have a little wipe, so let's clean up our area before we get the stencil out and we start stenciling everything. Now what I should have done is I should have got my spray, because every time I find that I don't clean my mat off, what happens is my tapes don't stick. So bear with me 1 second. It's only because I've got a bit of moisturiser on my wipe, but this is antibacterial and it works. One of my lovely members on our Sweet Poppy page mentioned this, and it works a dream. So cleaning it off, so that'll take all the residue, all the muck, all the grease off. Lovely. Fabulous. So okay, see, I've got a little bit of black there. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to stress about that, because I found a way of cleaning that up at the end. And that is just by going over with a white pen, but you've got to let it dry first. One on the edges, I'm not stressing too much, because all I'll do is a slither. Lovely. And but I'm not going to cut too much off, because I've already cut my base cards. Okay. See, I might end up making more of a mess, but let's just have a little look. There you go. You see? Covers a multitude of sins. I love white pens. And my new love is my ink eraser. That really is amazing. I should have listened to Eileen ages ago about those. Lovely. So I just want it nice and crisp around the edges. So I'm just taking off where the black splatter has flown underneath. Fabulous. So I'm happy with that. Lovely. So Gelli Plate background, or an attempt, and then all we've done is knocked it back with a bit of white paint, splattered with either your Posca pens or your, if you haven't got any pens, then just take some up on some paint up onto a toothbrush and just flick it that way. It's all the way around it. Now, what I should have done was left my tape on, and the reason being is, if I can find where I put my tape, there's my tape, is I need to paste over. So, quickly whip this down. It was lifting anyway, but you will leave yours on. So one, and just want to go as close to that as possible too. So this is how we just framed it off previously. Now you may ask, you know that we do the aperture stencils, the metal aperture stencils, and we've got a square and rectangle. I wouldn't use those with your Gelli Plate because they'll cut in. So don't use your metal stencils on your Gelli Plate. It's really important. You don't want to damage your Gelli Plate. You can go over once you've got the image, but I wouldn't put my stencils on my Gelli Plate. So we're lining up, and I'm just going to go to the, so I've got a little bit of a hinge there. That's quite nice. Lovely. And we're going to go, so that's your first. So this is why I cleaned my mat, because I want this to stick. And we know that we don't need it there, because that's where our tape is. And two. So two top, two bottom. The reason I do nice big wide strips is because I want to start on here and finish on here. If I did just one all the way around, what we used to find at workshops is people would start on their image and then they would spread it and then they'd overwork it. So start away from your image, big dollop along, down, scrape off, lift off. So I've got a bowl of water ready, and spreader. That's what I'm looking for, and I should have a million spreaders here. There's one. Spreader and my glossy white. Lovely. So it'll look like it's set, your mediums. Okay, so let me just move this up. Hold on. There we go. So you're in shot. So don't make the mistake of giving it a stir first off. Leave it about 3 or 4 times, and then after that, then you can give it a good old stir. So I'm keeping my palette knife there. When you work with your palette knife, don't work that way. Work with the back of it. You'll find it a lot smoother. And you'll find the palette knives available on the website. I like these rather than the pointy ones because it doesn't drip off the end. So we've brought those ones in. They're a much better palette knife, I find, personally. So we're going on and we're up. So little dollop there. That's not hurt. Go straight back in. So again, at an angle, 45 degrees, on, and up and back in. Those you could either baby wipe, or you can drop into water. I'll drop mine into water. Lid on your medium. Most important with your medium is give that a wipe over, because if you leave it on there, when you open it up, what will happen is it will flake off and drop inside, and then you'll get bits inside. So we're taking off, and we're taking off, and we're taking off. Okay, so lift up and off. This goes straight into warm soapy water. Most important is you do not clean it with your hands. Clean it with a nail brush. They are sharp. They're like knives. So just be careful with them. Flat on the surface, so flat back on your mat, and a good old scrub over with a nail brush. So this is why I left the tape on, because I want absolute crisp all the way around. Oops, getting right in camera face. I apologise. It's all water based, so it will come off my tea towels. So last one, just find the little hinge around the back, and then down. Oops. There we go. So you have got a beautiful crisp outline. Now what you could do with this, I don't know if I've got any, let me quickly check my stash. Apologise for the yappy puppies next door. So this is Crystallina, so you could bling it up if you wanted. I haven't with the original, but this is wet, so I may as well show you whilst I've got it with me. So try a piece of paper, if you're into your bling. So this is Crystallina Rainbow, so this allows all the colour underneath to shine through. So if you were into your blingy, you could even do whatever colour you wanted. Yeah. Drying time, that will take about an hour to dry. So pop that to one side, pop it over there, pop this away. Lovely. There we go. And then all we've done is I've already oops, let me just get my, all I'm doing is just being cack-handed, getting my lid on my glitters. Right, glitter gets everywhere. Right, lovely. Fabulous. Okay, so pop that to one side. We're all nice and clean. Fabulous. So we've already got one mounted. So already prepped and dried, so you can see splatters and everything. So all we're going to do is do a bit of mounting, nice and simple. We're in the warehouse today, so it can be a little bit noisy with the puppies next door. There we go. Lovely. So, excuse me. Let's just see. That's better. That would have irritated me. Fabulous. One, and then line them up. Sorry if I might shot again. I have to keep remembering. Fabulous. So it makes a brilliant mail card, or you could do, I've seen this beautiful pastel colours as well. You know, nice, quick, easy. Line that up. Fabulous. And then from our stamp set, I think this is the Families, it's called Family. Life is about making memories, and it certainly is. So we're after a little 3D tape. and I've got bits everywhere. Need a good old tidy up again. So lovely, and we'll go a little bit off center. Fabulous. And then what do I want? What do I want? I want, no. Do I do white or do I do black? That is the question. Should really learn to step away from the enamels. I do love them though. Let's do, because we've got white paste, we'll do black enamels. And just a couple of little, and I think last one there. This is where I splurge it and make a mess. There we go. Okay, that's it. Step away from the enamel that I've just put it in. That's all right. There we go. There we go. And that is our palm leaves and our Life is Making Memories. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to tune in again soon.